fast in my
Right.
face as possible.
Hi, I'm Chris Marsh, and here's my audience.
Hello.
I saw it, dude.
Alright. So, you and your friends go out for a night of fun, and you try going to a restaurant, but you're denied, and you're turned away. So next you try to go to a movie, you're denied again. Everywhere you guys go, you're denied business. You're denied service because... You're all denied service because two of your friends are gay, and these businesses just don't want to serve gay people. This is a reality here in Indiana under the Religious Freedom Reformation Act. It gives businesses the right to deny things just because of religion. Just because of religion and religious beliefs. This act impacts everyone living in Indiana as it was passed to protect religious freedoms of businesses and people. It opened up the possibility for legal discrimination in Indiana. This outraged many people and caused a lot of backlash in Indiana, and business is with headquarters in Indiana. Indy Star in April 2015 reported that there was a fix for the act that was signed by Mike Pence. Even though the act has been amended since it was first passed to say businesses cannot deny service because of sexual orientation or gender identity, it still needs to be repealed. It involves too much meddling of government and religion, and it can also be exploited for other purposes. The Religious Freedom and Reformation Act provided the possibility for legal discrimination and is far too broad and easily exploited. It needs to be reformed drastically or just repealed as a whole. The first thing to look at with this issue is how it provided a legal way to discriminate, even though that was fixed and it can still be exploited. The fact that the Indy Star article from 2015 by Tony Cook talks about how the governor has signed this act in private to get away from the pressure of large companies shows how bad and controversial this act really is. In 2015, there had to be an amendment to the Religious Freedom and Reformation Act to still protect the civil rights of people. Part of the amendment says that this chapter does not establish or eliminate a defense to any civil rights law. The fact that this law became a thing has caused a lot of conservatives to want the fix on the law repealed so that they can still discriminate against people. They think that the fact that they fixed this bill takes away from their religious freedoms, and so they want that fix repealed so that they can have the right to deny business to people just on their religious beliefs. In a USA Today article, Indiana Governor signs amended religious freedoms law. They interviewed the CEO of the company Angie's List, who said the amendment wasn't even enough yet, and it still left the door open for discrimination. Another reason for the act to be repealed is that it can be easily exploited and can sort of make a mockery of religion. An example is the First Church of Cannabis, who started up after this bill was passed, and according to their website, is now suing the state of Indiana for infringing on their religious rights to use cannabis. The largest thing that contributes to this issue is that the state is too involved with religion with this bill. The governor signing this bill was caused by how involved the government got in religion and attempting to protect its rights, but while then potentially harming or taking away the rights of others. Bigotry is not the main cause of this issue, but the law itself, as it opens the door for discrimination. There will always be those who want to discriminate, and that can't be helped, but the state passing laws on things that do not concern it can be. The quickest and best way to fix this law is just to get rid of it as a whole. Well, that way there can be no way to exploit it, and it does not open the door for discrimination. I believe the Religious Freedom Reformation Act should be repealed. This is the easiest way to fix this poor law and right all the wrongs that it has caused or could cause in the future. While amending it is an option, it would take many heavy amendments to get it to a good point. Repealing it altogether would be the best and quickest option. The second part to my solution is possibly just creating a new law to help protect religious freedoms. To create a new law that helps protect religious freedoms while not taking away from other people's rights. So essentially that one's rights end where another person's begins, so that you cannot deny people stuff just because of religion. You can't infringe on other people's rights just because of religion. The article Mike Pence's Religious Freedom Law Continues to Hang Over Indiana by the Huffington Post talks about backlash to Indiana from this act and how it has cost Indiana a lot of money to try to recover this in public relations and just businesses losing business for being here in Indiana. People thinking that they're discriminating and all this other stuff that's just bad for places that have their headquarters here in Indiana. It is an issue that, even if the act is repealed, will still hang over for some time. However, if we take the right steps to combat the possibility of discrimination and exploitation of this law and we repeal or replace it, we will be taking great first steps to securing freedoms for all people. Thank you.
Who is my audience?